This is a Heritage On Air series on Channel One Television and 97.3 City FM. I am Ajuate Nkramadom. Now, before the break, I was talking to you about the meal we're going to prepare today, Hausa Koko. And as you can see on our table, we have everything set and ready to be made. I have been joined by a beautiful guest here who is going to walk us through the history and everything about Hausa Koko. Noella, the lady whose name means a question. Noella, what does your surname mean again?
So I come from the Upper West region of Ghana, Laura to be precise.
Okay.
And the pronunciation is Tierungmen. Like, how do you think?
Tierungmen.
Yeah. How do you think?
And you shorten the because
like Tierungmen, because here in the south, a lot of people are unable to pronounce it.
Okay. You're welcome to our show. Now, we are going to talk about Hausa Koko, and I mean the ingredients that you're giving us. Do we have everything here to make a good Hausa Koko?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our millet. So can you walk us through the ingredients that
this is our millet we are going to be using. And then this is huentia.
Okay.
And then this is efongwisa.
Okay.
This is ginger.
Okay.
This is chili pepper. This is efongwisa.
The efongwisa, this one looks different from this one.
So one is black, one is dark.
Okay, but they are all called efongwisa.
Eshrowisa and efongwisa.
So which one is the esro?
So this is efong.
Efong.
The black one. This is esro.
Okay.
Yes, this is widiaba. It looks like bambara beans.
I've not seen this before.
Oh, it's available on the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is the almighty cloves.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to add all these ingredients and spices to our millet to get our porridge. Okay, so where do we begin from now?
Okay, so first to start with, we'll have to wash our millet very well.
Okay.
The cultivation process of millet means it comes into contact with a lot of sand and gravels.
Okay.
So we have to wash it like 2 or 3 times to get it very clean.
Do you have to remove the sand from it, or while you're washing it just takes away all the sand?
While we are washing, we'll fetch it bit by bit and wash in a bowl of water.
Okay.
After that, we'll have to soak it overnight to ferment so that it becomes softened for us to grind it the following day.
Okay, so can we get into it now?
Sure.
Okay. I'm at your service, so whatever you want me to do, I'll just do it for you.
All right, so this is our calabash, and we are going to wash our hands before we start.
Yes, ma'am.
So I can go and come back?
Yes. So should I fetch the water for you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you use your hand to wash the millet, and that's why it's important that you wash your hands first before you put it inside the millet.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now what do I help with?
So I'll grab another calabash.
Okay.
And we'll take our millet. So this is our millet.
Okay.
There are various types of millet, but today we are using this white millet.
Okay.
So to start with,
what are the types?
So we have the red millet. Usually we don't find it on the streets where you have the cocoa that is red. People make it in their homes. Up in the north, you can use it for teas.
Okay.
Yes.
So the cocoa that you see and it's red, it's not because they've added anything to it. It's a millet they use.
So you just use your hand. That's why it's good to wash your hand, because you'll be using your hands.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes the stones are so big that when you are pouring the water, you need to be pouring it over your fingers.
Okay.
So that you can trap the stubborn stones.
But the stones, are you able to pick all of them after washing, or do some still remain?
At least about 90 to 98% should be out.
So how many times are you supposed to wash this?
There's no specific number of times, but if you're able to do it well for like 3 times, you should be able to get almost all the stones out, if not all.
Okay, apart from trying to get the stones out of the millet, what's the other significance of why do you wash it so thoroughly?
So the cultivation process of millet, they usually dry it on the floor, they harvest it on the floor, the bare floor.
Okay.
And we know that something that is on the floor definitely has some dirt and all that, so we need to wash. So you see this another stones and gravel. So we'll continue this process
till we are done with the entire
And when you do the first washing, that is not it. You have to go over again, so you are sure that you don't have any stones or gravels in it.
If you are watching from the house, I hope you have taken your pen and your paper. Like always I tell you, you have to take notes so that you can follow the process and you can cook it at home as well, because that's the essence of what we are trying to do as well. So after washing it, then what next?
We'll have to soak it
overnight. So soak what we have washed overnight.
Okay. Yes.
So now
the importance of soaking it is to ferment it a little.
Okay.
And also to get the millet very soft. This raw millet is hard. Okay. And when you grind it and you are sieving, you not get the, the food, like enough of the food. Yes. But when you soak, it becomes softened and it's easier for you to grind and then get whatever you want out of it. So after the first fermentation, we add the spice, we grind, and then we sieve it and then ferment it again to get that sour taste in our mouth.
Okay. And when you add the spice, how is it going to look at that? Does the spice change the color of the millet or anything?
Depending on the quantity of the spice. If the spices are a lot, it changes the color. If it's just normal, you have like a whitish gray color.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so typically if I'm cooking this bowl of millet for Hausa Koko, what's the quantity of spice I'll be requiring?
So let's use like 2 cups. If you are doing 2 cups, you need about a half tablespoon of all these spices we've mentioned, with the exception of huintia. The huintia makes it a little bit bitter, so that you need half teaspoon.
Okay. Is there any nutritional benefit in each of these spices?
So all these spices are antioxidants. They have anti-inflammatory properties. So remember that in those days when you are sick, your mom say, "Oh, I've made cocoa for you, come and drink." They add huintia to it.
Okay.
So if you have a common cold or a cough, they say, "Oh, come and take ginger."
Yeah.
Yes, and the cloves. Usually a lot of people say it treats infections.
Yes, they even mix the cloves with ginger and then honey.
Yes, yes.
When you have a throat
infection.
Yes,
so true.
Okay.
Yes.
So now let's put our spices on it.
Okay.
So about 8 pieces of this is fine. And then the ginger makes it bitter if you put too much.
Too much, yes.
Okay.
So the pepper.
So this is what the pepper.
If you're a pepper lover, you can add a little more.
Can you use already ground pepper?
Not that I know of, but this is what gives it its unique taste.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then all this pepper is hot. All this spice is already hot. Okay. So if you don't take time, you don't do your measurements well, and you add too much pepper or ginger, it will become too hot.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but if you prefer it very hot, then you can.
Yes, but too much of everything is bad. In Hausa Koko preparation or production, you need to take measurements into consideration.
So when you're cooking, when you're cooking yourself, do you put like a measuring cup on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because if you don't measure your spices, you get it sour, bitter, or it will come out without spice. And the Hausa Koko that we know of should come out a little bit spicy, so that you can feel all the natural spice in them.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the Srousa.
Okay. The Srousa is the one that has the reddish undertone. Yes. And the Fomwisa is the black. Yes. So when you see that on the market, you know the difference. Yeah. Okay.
Put a little too.
Okay. But what do the two do? Because I haven't really used these spices.
So same as all these other spices, they have anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay.
The same thing that cloves does, they also do. If you have a common cold or you want to freshen your breath, you can just put a little in your mouth, chew it, and you have a fresh breath. Yeah.
So this is a very nutritional meal.
Very, very.
Wow.
Very. For the ginger, I'll just pick 3 because too much of it will make it bitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have this.
Yes.
Then we
grind it. Yes.
Okay. So when we grind, it turns into this.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what we have after mixing it.
Okay.
This.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mix it and then you grind it.
Yes.
And then
so when you grind, you get something like this.
Okay. So after this, then what do we do?
So after this, we have to now mix with water and then sieve it. After sieving, we go through the second fermentation process. Initially, I said it is good to wash your hands because you're going to use your bare hands to be doing everything. Okay. So that's why we washed our hands and we've washed again. Yes. So we are coming to sieve the millet.
Okay.
So this is after grinding the millet, this is what you get.
Okay.
You get this fine texture. So we'll put a little here, like this.
Does this also go through the same process of washing the millet? So you pour the water on it?
So we'll pour the water here. So if you can please give me water.
Yes, I think I have a pot. Here. Oof. Hey.
Just a little water will do. All right. a little here. So you see, even with this, you
nice.
find it smelly. I wanted to say yes. You see, yes.
Wow. And we're not even halfway there.
That's the magic.
Point on it.
Yes, point here. That's the magic.
Is it the spices?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I should fetch another?
Yes, another.
Wow, it smells so good.
Very. So this one, even if you are sick and you drink, you'll be healed.
Do people eat it raw? Are you able to eat it raw? I see people do millet drink.
You can actually do what they call zumkum.
Okay,
so
which is a millet drink.
Yes, that's after sieving.
Okay.
After sieving, then you do the drink.
Okay, that also has the spices and everything in it.
Yes.
Okay, so this mixture can be used for millet drink as well as for Hausa Koko.
Yes.
Do you take anything out for any of the two? Is the water enough?
Before it can be is enough. You can use it for the millet, the drink. You're supposed to sieve it. Kindly give me a little.
A little more. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yes, and you need a cheesecloth. So yes, this is a cheesecloth. It's fine. Okay. So the chaff cannot seep through. Okay. So what's the texture of the cloth you're supposed to use? It's supposed to be fine. Like it's very smooth. Okay. I should have this tiny pores in them. Okay. So cotton cloth cannot be used. No. It's too thick. Yes, it's too thick. So it has to be something that's very light. Yes. Okay. So now let me help you with this. So you fetch a little. Okay. Yes. Okay. You should see. Do I have to do anything? Yes. Shake it? So shake it. Hey. Okay. Yes. So once it goes down, then we'll do it again. Okay. Now let's talk about the origin of Hausa Koko. Where did the name even come from? So Hausa Koko was originally first noticed or seen by the Hausa people from Nigeria. I think I'll pour some more on it. Come again? You can pour some more. Okay, yeah. So when they migrated and came to Ghana, the Hausa Koko was first seen in the northern part of Ghana. Okay. Yes, but it was brought in by the Hausa people from Nigeria, hence the name Hausa Koko. Okay. Everybody says Hausa Koko, and you see it on every street, every corner, day and night. Now a lot of people even drink cocoa in the afternoon. In the night, even in the night. Yes. Does it taste different if you drink it at any time of the day? Because some people say in the night it tastes nicer. I don't know how. It's because maybe if it's fermented and you drink it at night, you feel sleepy, so you have a good sleep. Okay. So when you finish this, you ferment it again? Yes, so we'll have to ferment for at least about 24 hours. That's the long hours for fermentation affects the taste or the outcome of the porridge. So too much of everything is bad. Okay. Within 24 to 48 hours is good enough for you to use your Hausa Koko. Okay. I'm showing you the whole 12 hours procedure because that means that we won't close from here. Yeah. So like we have a process done for you, how it's being fermented, the final, and how it looks like in the final. We're going to show you after this break. Please stay with us. So now when we ferment it overnight for the second time, this is how it's going to look like. Yes. Okay. So I fermented this last night. Yeah. And then realized that it's almost like about 24 hours. So you see the paste has solidified. Okay. You have this water on top here. Okay. So you use this water in cooking your Hausa Koko. But we need the water to cook. We need the water to cook that. But if you don't have enough of the water, you can use normal water. You put water, like you earlier put the water on fire. Okay. Yes, so you put water on fire. But can this water alone sustain you through the cooking process? No. That's if you're cooking a small portion of the millet. If it's frozen, anytime you take it out, you have the water on top. But once you put it down, as time goes on, the paste absorbs the water, so it becomes small. Okay, so now we put some water on the fire. So let me bring this to you so that you can. What else would you need? So I'll bring this calabash along. Okay. What will you need to stir it? This one? I'll use this one. Okay. Okay. Then, so our water is boiling. Yeah. So let's add this one. Yes. Because everybody has to drink cocoa here now, so we have to do a lot for everyone to have something to eat this morning. If you are in your house, go and find your own cocoa. Yes. For those of us here, we are showing you how to do it. So please. But the water has. Please pour. I should pour everything. Yes. No, it's okay. Okay. So this water is still too small for the amount of cocoa we want to make. So let's add more water. Okay. So is this enough? Yes, it's okay. That's fine. So we have to cover it up so that it boils faster. Okay. Let me fan it for you. Okay.
So now we have to get this water to boil.
To boil.
If it doesn't boil, what happens?
So there are actually two ways of making your Hausa cocoa. You can actually cook it right on fire, or when the water boils, you put it down and then you cook it. Okay. The reason being that the cocoa shouldn't boil on fire. It doesn't need too much heat. If the water doesn't boil too much before you put your paste, it won't thicken up initially. Okay. You have to leave it on fire for a while before it thickens up. Okay. But once the water boils very well, as soon as you add your paste, it thickens up.
How long would that take on the fire? Then it's
less than a minute.
Oh wow, that fast?
Yes, that fast, less than a minute. All you need to do is to get your hot boiling water and you are good to go. Okay. So I prefer using the pots in cooking because it retains heat. So once you put it on fire, it gets hot. It's able to retain the heat for a very long time. But now we don't see pots in our homes again. I used to the modern way of using other sorts of saucepans to cook. Yes. But it's about time we go back to our roots. Exactly. Yes, we visit our roots.
And I'm happy we are talking about this because it's the Heritage Month.
Yes.
And this series we are doing is just to, you know, tell us the things we used to love in the authentic way it used to be done. So now can we check if the water is boiling? Okay.
Almost there.
Okay, so now we have to...
Yes, we'll mix the paste.
Okay. Why do you have to mix this paste, the already fermented paste?
With water so that we get like a puree form, yes.
Okay.
Because this is so thick.
It's thick.
When you put it in hot water, it will curdle.
Oh. I was thinking because you already have enough water in the pot, you don't have to mix it again.
No, wow. You have to mix it. So I want us to put it down. Okay. And then we'll pour the paste over it. Gently.
Okay. It's still boiling.
Yes, you see, that's why I said you shouldn't do it on fire. Because now you see it's still boiling. Okay. So you pour over.
Okay, so if you get your water boiling like that, you can just put it down.
Yes, you're stirring.
After doing this, you put it back on fire?
No.
So the cocoa is done?
Yes. The water is too hot. So when you do it, yes, and it becomes lumpy, you can sieve it.
Okay. Okay. So your water is not supposed to be very hot, even though it's supposed to boil?
To boil, yes.
Okay.
We are done.
So our cocoa is done?
It's done.
Wow.
It's done in less than, it's like 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yes, it's ready.
So the actual process is the fermentation?
Yes, that is the work. After that work, we are done.
Okay.
So our cocoa is ready.
Now it's about time we eat our cocoa. Yes. Okay, so now our Hausa cocoa is ready.
Yes.
We are coming to talk about the things you eat Hausa cocoa with, right?
Sure.
Traditionally, you were mentioning that it was just the kose and then the pinkaso.
Yes.
What's the pinkaso and what's the kose for the people who do not know?
The kose is beans.
Okay.
It's made with beans. People call it beans cake.
Okay.
Yes. And the pinkaso is made with flour.
Okay. Is the kose, is it the same as the akara? How the Nigerians call it? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I see the sprinkled sugar on the pecan. So what does that make it?
It gives it taste. Okay. That's what it is.
Okay. So originally it was just the kose and then the pecan. So now we have so many additions.
Yes.
People eat it with milk. People eat it with granuts. People eat it with both fruits, bread.
That's the Gen Z's way.
Are you sure?
Cocoa, yes.
Are you sure? But I see another style where they pick the bread, tea bread especially, then they
cut it and then
they put the kose in the middle.
Yes. Some even dip the kose into the beans paste and fry it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
The Gen Z's have a lot of
interesting. So our food is ready. Our food is ready. People know how food gets me excited. So yeah, we are coming to now enjoy our Hausa cocoa. How long does it sustain you if you take Hausa cocoa?
So because it is refined, as soon as you eat, it increases your blood sugar level. Okay. And then in no time you're hungry again. Okay. Unless of course you cook it with the chaff. Okay. Yes. Other than that, you how do you call it? you get hungry in no time, and you realize that the cocoa is thickening up. It's because of the pot.
Okay.
The pot retains a lot of heat.
Okay.
Yes. So if you have hot water, you can dilute with.
This smells so good.
So good.
So good. So this is our final product, and it is because we have gone through the actual all the processes. So we have the millet, we have all our spices right in front of us. And after going through all the process, if you followed religiously, you should find or have this final product. So now we are coming to enjoy our cocoa and then our accompaniments. This is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of the Heritage on Air series. I am Adjoatin Kramadomna, and I did this with...
No, what's I mean?
Okay, so now it's time for us to enjoy. No, let's do cheers.
All right.
Cheers. Okay. You said
So
you were talking about the fact that you sip, instead of using the spoon.
The spoon.
Okay, so that's also part of the traditional way of
So
eating.
you first. Be careful, it doesn't burn you.
Oh, I'll be fine.
All right. Tastes good, right?
The spices and everything is in the right. It's hot, oh.
Very.
That's how I like it. Okay.
So you can either have it with your pinkan. So both fruits, as they call it here in the south, or your kose, or the bread. Yes. So
if you don't want to eat it with any of these, can you just eat it maybe with a granite?
Yes, if you want.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like taking my Hausa cocoa with granite, because when you put the granite
you have
in it,
to use spoon.
yes, or eat it fast.
Okay.
If not,
otherwise
it will become soft.
Soggy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
Taking a bite of our kose.
Okay. I would like the pinkan so that I try it, because I've not tried this before. This is sweet. At the same time, if it tastes spicy, what do they use to make it again?
It's flour. Some people add pepper, salt, and all that.
So, viewers and listeners, this is the end of our show. We thank you for joining us. We hope you're also enjoying your own. Cheers. Bye-bye.